Hello and welcome to the Fluent and Japanese podcast. I'm your host, ZeppyTube, and this is the podcast where we yap about news in Minecraft, gaming, and tech in general. I'm joined by our co-host, Arsonist, and a special guest, British man, Daya. Daya, say some British words for us, why don't you?
So, some British words here.
Uh-huh.
Right, we have incandescent,
Incandescent.
um, pulchritudinous,
What the heck?
I've
discerning.
never heard that one.
It's a real
Discerning?
word.
That's just a normal word.
Uh-huh.
It's on this list. Sorry, give me a break. Exquisite.
Exquisite.
That's also a normal word.
No, that's
Just
British.
let me talk.
Oh my gosh.
What else we got?
Incandescent also just means how bright.
Oh my god, you're ruining this segment.
Why is August
Off the
on
top
this
of my
list
head.
for British words? What do you mean?
Because August is very British, okay?
It is very
fabulous,
British,
dazzling.
Excuse me, why is there no video on Twitch? Oh, there's a video on
Yeah,
Twitch. Alright.
delectable. There we go. That's the list of words you need. Is it?
Cool. British word.
Fantastic.
Alright, we got an exciting episode for you guys with Minecraft Live, robots, and more in the video stuff. Get it up for the video. So let's get the yapping started. Let's start with our headline topic 1, Minecraft Live. Yeah, Minecraft Live happened today. Minecraft Live just happened a few hours ago, and it was the most boringest thing ever. To give you a recap, they added cold and hot variants for chickens and cows, falling leaves, leaf piles, dead leaf piles, and fireflies. That's like basically the main things. However, they also added a new mob called a Happy Ghast. You can find this little fella as a dried gas in the Soul Sand Valley and the fossils, those big old fossil things with what's it called bone blocks. Bone blocks, the most useless block. You can mine it, bring it to the overworld, and waterlog it to bring it back to life, rehydrated. Once it's rehydrated, it'll be a gas sling, which is a little fella you can feed snowballs and make it into a happy gas. Using the happy gas, you can equip it with a gas harness, and 4 players can ride on it at once. You can also stand on it to be a floating scaffold. They also added very vibrant visuals, which are in-game shaders for Bedrock. It'll also come to Java sometime, trademark. Yeah, Minecraft Live. New stuff. Oh yeah, they're also doing Minecraft Live 2 times in a year now. So we're going to have 2 Minecraft Lives per year instead of just 1.
Are they really that desperate?
Yes, they're really that desperate now with all these game drops and stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Aren't they still making Minecraft 2.0? Notch is?
He's trying to make it like a success. He's not trying to make it a successor to Minecraft, but just more of like a passion project of Minecraft 2.0 trademark.
So better
I
than
think
Minecraft?
it was more something he would do if he was still the owner of Minecraft, what he would add to the game himself.
Something like that. I don't know. He legally can't call it. He legally can't call it Minecraft 2, but he said, "Would you like a Minecraft 2 type game?" So yeah, that's cool. Minecraft Live. Nothing happened basically.
They just made...
Huh. Go on, sir.
Like, they made a big deal of making the game worse. Like, how does one succeed at making videos on how to make your game worse?
Yes. I do think the vibrant visuals are pretty cool because it's basically just in-game shaders and that's it. So we do have like RTX shaders, but this is just regular shaders. And it also has pixelated shadows, which I really like and wish more shaders on Java did, is pixelated shaders.
Okay, but I do have a question though about what was it, the Happy Ghast?
Yeah, Happy
Why?
Gas.
Who asked for that? Who wanted
I
that?
don't know. You see.
Minecraft doing anything but making the game better.
Real.
Exactly.
So Yeah, happy gas. I don't. I have mixed emotion about it. Two things. It's like one, Elytra just beats it, just straight up. If you need to
I
travel
mean,
in the
you could say
sky,
you have mixed emotions about
Also,
it. One's happy and one's
also
sad.
with the elytra, you can just fly until it breaks with no fireworks. You just need to be up 50 blocks first.
yeah, I suppose. But yeah, Elytra just beats the happy gas.
Yeah, very much.
Also, I guess the only good thing is like floating scaffold. That is kind of useful. Is having a
Kinda.
Floating
floating scaffold, but
scaffolding.
also you can just like build a scaffold out of dirt if you need and water.
Yeah.
So yeah, it,
Yeah.
it's not actually that useful if you think about it.
Wait. Don't you
Oh.
literally still need to build up from the ground to start building it in the first
Yeah, you
place?
still need to build up from the ground if you're building like let's say you're building a floating island. You're still gonna have to build from the ground up if you're making floating islands. So like, why do we need a floating scaffold for the floating island?
To look at it, maybe? I don't know.
Now we're cooking. We definitely couldn't look at it with an
Just
elytra.
get rewind, just get the rewind mod and just fly around it with a elytra and look at it. It's that
I
easy.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yo, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Firefly update. That's all it is. This is the only thing we care about is the Fireflies, and that's it.
I do
We
like to
don't.
include some fireflies. That means, wait, do we get firefly jars if that's the case?
I I don't think they have said anything about that. We might, but they haven't said anything about adding Firefly jars. I would really like that though.
Yeah.
Also, hot and cold variants for chickens and cows not needed. They also just cheaped out on the hot and cold variants for sheeps and just made it the different colors of their wool. And yeah, that's cool. Also, falling leaves, you could already achieve that with literal texture packs. A texture pack could give you falling leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's cool. I have nothing to talk about on this because it's like the most boring thing ever. It's like when did Minecraft become not entertaining anymore?
When they
It's
tried
a fair
when they
while ago,
tried
actually.
appealing to every single person in their audience and failing miserably.
Uh-huh.
Did they ever try to begin with?
Oh, when they sorry. Let me correct myself. When they made Bedrock.
You're
Oh,
right.
not console players.
When they made
Oh my God.
made Bedrock and offended every single console player.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
when
People
basically.
just
when
ended up
Minecraft
calling
fell.
it bug rock.
Bug rock.
Bug Rock.
Very peak.
Things I really do like the concept of bedrock, but it just failed massively.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
I
basically.
hated more because of the redstone. That's the only reason why I hate it. Is redstone.
I
and,
hate
like,
it because it's
other
just
settings.
bad.
Yeah, it's
I
also
just
just
don't
bad.
I just don't like how it feels compared to a computer. Like, I don't want to get all elitist about it, but computer really is just superior in terms of Minecraft to console.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had
games
to
that are
play.
made for games that
Oh.
are made for console are better on console, and games that are made for computer are better on computer. That is a standard rule. You don't deviate from that.
I mean, yeah, but you could play a console game on computer with a controller. But
Okay. All right, fair enough. I
Fair
can't
enough.
dispute with that.
Anyways, I have to play Bedrock for a video I'm making.
Ooh.
It is the buggiest mess ever. Not buggy in the sense like there was a bunch of glitches, just like trying as a Java user, trying to play Bedrock breaks my brain in some of the like UI stuff. Here's the biggest one. Here's a big one I didn't realize until like the end of the recording. Did you know? You know the clear inventory button in Java?
Yeah.
That's not there in Bedrock.
It's just not there.
There is no clear inventory button on Bedrock.
So how do you get rid of stuff? You just throw
You
it
just
to the
have to
ground.
shift. You just have to shift click everything back into the creative menu, or just
Oh,
drop
that's
it.
awful.
Yeah,
That's horrendous.
yeah. There's just no clear inventory. Like I use clear inventory when I'm building redstone because I want to clear my gosh dang inventory because of using pick blocks so much in redstone. And then I can't even clear my inventory.
Wait, they removed that?
That's not in Bedrock. It was never there to begin with in Bedrock. There's no clear
Gosh.
inventory button.
Yeah, you have to go through your inventory pressing the quick swap button to delete it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
hmm
It's terrible.
Also,
Yeah,
um
Bedrock never ceases to confuse me with how it works. I have played it a few times when I didn't really have a computer in like a short time, 2021, but it wasn't. I hardly stuck with playing it because it just didn't. It wasn't good.
yeah, the only good thing I can give it credit for is actually being optimized. Like Bedrock is actually optimized. Like it runs good.
It's actually optimized, but you get optimization at the cost of it being just Minecraft, but bad.
Yeah.
Mm.
But at least it runs good. Like
To be fair,
we can
that's
give it credit for that. It actually runs how you would
Just
expect
get
Minecraft to run.
performance mods.
Yeah, just get performance mods for Java. No, because
To be
here's the
fair,
stupid
saying
thing
that,
now. If you buy either Java or Bedrock, you buy both games. If
Yeah.
you buy it on your Microsoft account, you get access to both games. That's why I'm able to play Bedrock and Java, because I bought Java and then they
Yeah.
did their thing where they gave a free copy of Bedrock to everybody, so I can play both Bedrock and Java. So if you have Java, you get Bedrock. If you have Bedrock, you get Java. So like, it doesn't even matter.
Mhm.
Doesn't, except it does because it's bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What am I yapping about? I forgot.
Yeah. It's trash.
Well,
Trash off.
is that not the whole point of the podcast? To yap about random things?
Anyways.
You don't have to remember.
Japanese.
Well,
Oh.
kind of.
You want to go on your rant about me using... Okay, fellas. I use a TV as my third monitor sometimes because I have a TV in my
gosh.
room. So I
Yes,
have my
right.
main monitor in front of me. I have a second monitor to the right of that, which is vertical. And then I have a 42-inch 4K TV above all of it looking down on me. And I use that as a third monitor to put up the YouTube control panel while I'm streaming. So,
Yeah. So with that, right? What do you use a computer monitor
goated.
for? Right? You use
I
it for
use
a
it-
computer. Simple as
Uh-huh.
that. Maybe
Uh-huh.
you could get 3 monitors. Maybe that's a stretch. 2 monitors is completely fine. 3 is a little stretch. Why do you have a TV for a monitor? A TV is a TV. You don't use it on a computer. Seriously, what is the point of having? What's the point of having a TV if you could just get another monitor for completely cheaper?
No.
There's absolutely no point in that.
You don't understand, Naya. You don't understand.
What is there to understand?
You don't
How could
understand.
You make me understand your point or reasoning behind this. There is no feasible way it works. There's no logical
Okay,
reason.
but you don't
but it
understand.
works.
He
No,
has
you just
his
said it. It
bed
works.
right behind his desk. So like having a TV there makes sense. He can
Yeah,
put something up
it's
on
a
it
TV in
and
my...
watch it
so-
while he's in his bed.
Yeah, this is my bedroom, and I have a TV for when I'm in bed. I can watch TV.
You're
in bed.
mounted at the foot.
And then also you can use it as a third monitor.
Yeah, because it's where my desk is. So
Honestly, unbelievable. I cannot fathom it. I don't want to fathom it.
how can you not fathom? It's basically just having like a third monitor on top of your
Okay, so-
main monitor.
No, it's not having a third monitor.
Naya,
It's having
I
a
want
TV.
you to lean back in your chair, like fully, and see where your head starts pointing.
Honestly, this is a problem. My chair doesn't lean back.
No, just lean back into the seat of your chair, not just lean.
Okay,
You
right.
know,
Where is it meant to go?
where does your head point?
Where does my head point? Towards the window.
Is that up?
Is your head pointing above the monitor? Your main monitor is it pointing above that when you're leaning fully back.
Okay, wait. So when I'm leaning fully back, does my head point above the monitor?
Yes.
As in, is my head above the monitor? Is that what you mean?
Like, is it?
No, like
Is
point
your
facing.
Is your main point of view, your main middle point of view, facing above the top of the monitor? Like, that's what we want to know.
Above the
Like-
top is. It's kind of
Like,
level with the top of the monitor. My eye line is.
Do I need to hold on? Let me diagram my setup.
Yeah,
real
you
quick.
might have to do that. I
Let
have
me diagram
absolutely no
my
idea what you're
setup.
on about.
Well,
Please
yeah,
do.
in a chair like mine, when I lean back fully, my head points above my monitor at a perfect viewing angle for a TV. So I could put a TV up there and just watch things on that instead of on my significantly smaller, less resolution monitor.
Okay, Dia, I have diagrammed
Yeah.
my setup. This is basically my setup.
Yeah, I'm gonna need.
That is legitimately his setup.
That is on
That's
God
just
my
that.
setup. So, you see, it's not that bad.
Does your neck not hurt looking up at the
No,
map?
because if I need to look up, I can just move my eyes up. I don't really actually move my whole head. I know how to do posture good. So I just look up and I don't even need to look up that
Apparently,
much.
Apparently, Zeppy has eyes that can move. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I have
Apparently, Zeppy has eyes.
apparently I have eyes. I can see. Also, I lean back in my chair mostly because again, I know how to do good posture. So I'm basically able to see most of the main monitor except like most of the TV except the very top. Like if I need to change tabs, I have my browser open on the top on the TV for the YouTube control panel. I literally just use it to read chat. That's it. I use it to read chat and monitor
You could use just a second monitor for that.
but my second
Okay, but,
monitor
like-
is for OBS.
So
the thing.
he has his main monitor. He has his main monitor, which he uses for everything basically,
I
and
need
then
a
he has his
screenshot
monitor
of
on
the
his
entire-
right, which he uses for like Discord or whatever. And
Okay,
the
do you
top
wanna know what I
monitor,
do?
the
Do you wanna know what I
TV,
do?
he can use for anything else.
Here. This is the
I'll
whole
tell you
setup.
what I do, right?
This is the
So-
setup, chat. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Nah,
That's
man.
the setup. This is what it looks like in
It
Windows. That's not what it
works.
actually looks like IRL. That's just what it looks like because it's 4K compared
Right.
to 1080.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I do. Right. So my main monitor, it's for whatever the hell I do.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to say that, by the way?
Okay, so
Probably not, but we'll
hear
let it
me
slide.
out.
Okay, my bad.
Anyways,
what I do is
Left. They're both flat. 27 inches.
my left
They're
monitor,
both
my main monitor is
only 1080p.
bro, let Dia talk.
And the highest my
Let me
right
talk.
monitor
Sir,
gets
Arsonist,
is 60
shut up.
Let me
hertz.
talk.
Oh my gosh. Fine.
Right. My left monitor, my main monitor, is for whatever I'm doing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's the main stuff. It's what goes on. Main point. Second monitor, right? So if I'm recording something or whatever, and I need Discord on the side or YouTube on the side, because I don't live stream to be fair, so maybe it's a different case, but I'll have OBS covering the right half of the screen and Discord the left half of the screen. It's so unfathomably simple to do.
Yeah, so here's the thing. My side monitor is a vertical.
Why is your side monitor vertical?
So
If
I
it
can
was
fit more
horizontal,
so I can fit more
it
text
could
on
work.
Discord. Legit, so I can fit more text on Discord because I have Discord open all
Scrolling
the time.
exists.
I have
You can
Discord
No,
open.
it doesn't.
No, but
No, it
but
doesn't.
you don't understand. I can fit
You don't
so
understand.
much info on my second monitor on Discord.
He has a
amount of
higher memory
info-
period.
The amount of info I can fit on this. Let me show you.
He can
chat.
see more yap. He can see more
The
yap.
amount of info we got going on in here is so much. You don't understand.
Too good.
No, that's too much, though.
Exactly. That's
not.
the point.
No.
Exactly.
Do you not understand what too much is?
Also, I couldn't even
such
fit
thing.
this horizontally in my space. This is like touching the wall of where the bezel is. So I couldn't even fit this horizontally here. I could maybe mount it to the left, but but I don't like looking to the left of myself. I
So I'm just
naturally
gonna
want to look to the right.
It's
just gonna
because to the
show
left of
you-
you, there's a window.
Yeah, also to the left of me, there's a window. Yeah, so the sun would be shining at me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna show you what I do.
He's gonna show me. He's gonna state his case.
I'm going to state my completely reasonable case. Alright?
Well, 2 monitor setup, I get. That's fine. This is fine. You're a
I
reasonable
want
person.
a third monitor.
Here. That's what I do for the second monitor when recording.
Yeah,
It's
I would
so
do that too.
easy to do.
I would do that too. The issue is my second monitor is a vertical and I can't mount it horizontally because I don't have enough room to do that. That's the issue. If I mounted it and I couldn't mount it above my main monitor because my TV is right there.
Oh,
So-
so
What?
We got
why are your monitors offset?
Here, let me take a picture. for
No,
Let me take
you
a
don't
picture.
want to see the picture. You don't want to see. Bro, it's literally on books.
You can-
That's why it's offset because bro's sitting the monitor stand on books.
No, it's not.
You can
It
customize
was.
it.
When
in
I came
settings.
over, it was. I swear to God, it was like on books or something.
You can customize
I don't know
it in
what you're
settings, can you
yapping
not?
about, man.
I swear to God, it was
are
on
you
something that
talking
wasn't a
about?
stand. Oh my God. But like, it's so jank.
When you came over, that was to build my PC, so it wasn't in peak setup condition.
Peak setup condition. Real.
Actually, wait, I have to upload it straight from my phone. Gosh dang.
Gosh dang. Anyways.
Gosh dang.
After
Bam,
after
bam.
Arsonist shows his picture, we're gonna
Bam,
move on
bam.
to the next to a minor topic.
The next topic.
The next topic. Why the frick
Oh,
is this?
we love
on
it when I
there?
frickin' leak my name.
Did you just leak
Don't
your
do
name?
that.
Yeah.
Where? The frick?
Here, let me delete that.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably good
Like
idea.
it does anything.
Oh,
have
on
the
these
picture.
freaking
It's-
sticky. Oh, on the sticky notes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
still have the picture up.
The
I'll
sticky
get
notes that have been there for forever.
Fire. Anyways.
And that's all they are for, though. Sticky notes, just being there for nothing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things have been here since like the before time.
Before time. Before time had a name.
Before time
Exactly.
had a name. Sound like a Ninjago plot
Anyways,
now.
yeah, that's why, because it's two different models of monitor. One of the monitors is like an inch thick, and the other's not. No, they're both an inch thick.
Fire.
It's too good.
Ice. No water, not ice.
Alright. Shall we move on to
Anyways.
a minor topic?
You sure?
Perchance.
I'm gonna go to minor topic 1 because I want to yap more. I got a new profile picture, chat. We got new profile picture. You can't see it on the stream here. You can see it on my channel, and yeah, my channel. If you look at my channel, it's a new profile picture. I commissioned an artist last week on Sunday, Miku Day, to draw me a new icon, and she has delivered. Her name is Bruni. Still don't know how the correct way to pronounce it. I think it's Bruni. A British man. How do you
Buoniboo?
pronounce this? How do you pronounce
Buoniboo?
this word? Buoniboo.
What's the word? Where?
Over on the minor topic 1.
Oh, I need to actively search stuff like that. Where is it? So it's a headline topic, isn't it?
No, it's a minor topic. It's minor topic 1.
Minor topic. Oh, I see.
Bunny.
Bunny?
Bunny.
Bunny boo.
Bunny. Just say bunny.
Bunny boo.
Bunny.
Yeah.
It's bunny. Okay.
It's simple. It's
bunny.
quite simple, really.
It's quite simple, really. Anyways, yeah. Bruni. Bruni. Yeah. And she specializes in making
Yeah.
PSPs based on Minecraft characters. So yeah, I got a new profile picture. Let me open up.
You got a goated profile picture.
Goated profile picture. One moment.
You
Let
know,
me
it
load the
actually
image.
looks exactly like your Minecraft skin. What?
Yeah.
Maybe because it's based on the skin.
Maybe because it's based on the skin. Let me show
No,
this
because
off
it
on
looks exactly like it.
stream. Can I show this
Well, yeah,
off?
because it's based on the skin.
Let me disable that. Okay, I can show this off. So yeah, this is the PFP. This is the new PFP for everything I'll be using now, because the old profile picture was a image I drew up in Photoshop in like 2 hours, and I did that like 3 years ago. So
It's
that's cool,
literally right here. It's literally right here.
huh?
I
What?
sent it in the chat. It's literally right there.
It's
Oh, I
literally
haven't changed
like
it on Twitch yet. Oh, frick.
No.
Frick. Hold
that
on, Twitch
PFP.
users.
For me, it's like that one meme was like, "I'm so glad I grew up with this, but this is better."
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have
Basically.
I had somewhat mixed emotions about it at first, but like it's grown on me. I think it's good. It's good.
Yeah, like the
It's
last one is nostalgic, but
yeah, it's
it needed to
nostalgic.
improve. It was outdated,
Uh huh.
basically.
This
So,
is
really, who made it? Good job.
yeah, good job. Good job. Forget AI slop. We pay a gay Sweden person in Sweden to do your art. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, but
Yeah.
like, hear me out. If AI is stealing your job, why not steal AI's job?
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there is a I quote retweeted this on Twitter. Um there was a artist from the Swarm Neurosama who drew evil Neuro in the very common AI style. So it's like the irony that AI stole our job, so now we're like, nah, we're gonna steal the AI's job and copy their art style.
And
And
then
it
I also
looks
saw this
so
one
good
thing
as
where this
well.
Can I talk
there
about
was this
something completely
person,
unrelated?
voice actor, right? And you
Hold
know
up.
the stupid
Hold up.
AI voice?
Uh-huh.
She can perfectly mimic it.
Fire. What are you saying, Dio?
Yeah, I want to just comment something real quick. For me, the way you pronounce irony is so weird to me.
Irony.
Irony.
Yeah, you say iron and then add "knee" to the end.
Irony.
Irony.
Yeah, but it's
It's supposed to be pronounced different. How does the British man pronounce it?
irony. The R is actually pronounced.
Irony.
Irony.
Yes,
Irony.
Irony.
I don't know.
like ironic. Irony.
Do you say aluminum or aluminium?
Aluminium. The difference
Aluminum.
is
Get out. Get out.
the difference is that right. It is actually spelt different as well over here.
It's spelled different.
Wait, it's spelled different?
Yes,
I knew
it
like
literally
color
is
in
spelt
armor
different.
is spelled different, but aluminum is spelled aluminium over there. Like
Well, yes.
what?
Hold up.
Wait, legit? I never knew this.
Aluminum.
Aluminium.
Or it is actually spelled different.
Oh, that's
See?
crazy. Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Yeah.
If
That's
English
crazy.
words would words.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah.
Welcome
Shout
to
out
the
to
abomination we call the English
That's
language.
crazy.
shout out to Booney, making me this awesome PFP. Let me pull it up again. I swear to God, I closed stuff and then I'm
Didn't
like, oh, I
she
need it again.
stop the close what's it called?
Yeah, she closed the commissions for
Missions, yeah.
doing the Minecraft icons, but she does chibi icons. So if you want to commission her, vgen.co/boonyboon, and yeah, go commission her for making amazing art. The chibi icons are honestly so cute. I would want one, but my skin would not work with it.
But then get a different one.
Well, well, you
It's
want
that
me
easy.
to just you want me. I have spent money on already making a new PFP. You want me to just completely change the branding, go into a different freaking character. You Sir, do you hear yourself right now?
I mean, it's a personal PFP, not a company PFP.
This is literally the company PFP. What, you want me to commission one with like it's key and just use that? You know what? That would be
Yes.
fire. That would be fire.
Exactly. See,
I am not
see?
spending $30 though to commission a Discord PFP that will only use our Discord.
The man
personal
who
uses.
spent $90 on photo lenses and whatever.
I
camera
spent
lenses.
97 on the camera lenses. Mind
Close
you.
enough.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Should we do minor
Anyways.
topic free? Dio's minor topic.
My
Perchance.
topic.
Yeah. Yeah. You get to read it out.
Which one is it again? Hang on.
Minor topic free. The time zones.
Oh, yes. Time zones, right.
Right.
So, firstly, daylight savings. Can we talk about that? Now, I imagine we know kind of why they exist in the first place. The real question is, why do they still exist? Because there's absolutely zero need for them nowadays. It overcomplicates things. Because right now, let's say EST, GMT, it's now a 4-hour difference. I'm not used to that. And then when it eventually happens over here and we go an extra hour ahead in time, that's going to be so confusing. And sleep schedules are going to be unbelievably messed up for another week or so. It's unnecessarily overcomplicated, and it is not needed in today's day and age. Who agrees with me?
Yes, because I know the
I-
reason why daylight savings was invented. It was invented during the war, and they made it so they could burn less coal during the day and night. Because if people, they found that people weren't even up during some time in the morning, so they're like, if we just push the time out an extra hour, then we get an extra hour of daylight during the war, which means less coal burning when it's nighttime. So there you go. Yeah, so that's why daylight savings exists. It shouldn't exist anymore if you think about it. Like Arizona and Hawaii, those are 2 US states that don't use daylight savings because they don't want more sunlight.
Isn't that technically against what was it? It was the FAA or whatever. Something federal something that made them have to use the same time for airplanes and stuff.
Well, they gonna get rid of it a little while ago over in the USA, but they just never did.
The president said some
supposed to,
stuff
I think.
about that, but I don't know
It's
what's
supposed to
going to happen.
be. It was supposed to be state specific
Yeah.
until
So then some states will
airplanes
just go ahead
started
of others.
existing.
Wait, if it's state specific, it's going to be even more confusing.
Exactly. What's the
Wait a
point of that?
moment.
It was supposed to be state specific, but then
State-specific.
airplanes came around, and it was super confusing trying to coordinate between the different states or whatever. So they made it federal law that it had to be like the same thing.
Except Arizona and Hawaii.
Apparently.
Yeah, because Arizona was like, we already have so much daylight. We don't want more daylight. Let us go to sleep earlier.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's why Arizona didn't do that. And, like, the same argument for Hawaii. So that's why daylight savings exists. It's for war.
Yes.
And I agree.
And
they
now-
shouldn't exist anymore. We even, like, the president said something about removing daylight savings from America because they shouldn't be here anymore. We don't need daylight savings. Like, sure, it's nice having the sun out when it's 9 p.m., but, like,
What if I want to be a freaking what's the word?
what's the word?
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal. Yeah.
Nocturnal.
Well, yeah.
What if I want to be a nocturnal, huh?
Like, it's nice having the sun out at 9 p.m., but, like, really, is 8:30 that big of a difference than 9:30?
And also, another
Not
thing I want to
really.
touch on with times. UTC plus 5:30.
What?
Why?
5 what?
Oh yeah,
Some-
did I mention
I'm going
that
to send
when daylight savings transitions between whatever's it is,
I'm going to send a
like-
screenshot into the chat real quick, and you will see exactly what I see confusing about it.
nationwide state stress levels is
Oh
insane.
yeah, because they have Daya.
What?
Daya.
Yeah.
Look up an Australia daylight savings map.
Oh
Oh
no.
gosh.
Look up the Australia daylight savings map right now. Arsonist, you go do the same.
Map. No.
No, what is this?
8 plus 8
8,
plus
9.5,
9.5
10.5. It's in
10.
the same. What? Plus
Wait,
10 and
hang
11
on.
in the same
Why-
thing. Why?
Why is plus 10 ahead of plus 10.5? Why is it ahead?
Huh?
Why
They
is
show this off
10
on
ahead of
stream. It's so good.
10.5?
Chat, this is what I made them look up. This stupid map.
What is this?
This. No, because the
What
great
is
thing is
this?
why is there a different time? Why is there hour differences in a vertical space? It's
Why?
a vertical space. So
Huh?
it's like the funniest thing ever in daylight savings.
I genuinely don't understand the cause of that. How it came to be, how it came to fruition, and more importantly, why it still exists. Hours
Oh my
are
God.
simply fine on their own, are they not?
Okay, my question is why can't the whole world be on the same time zone and then we just go to bed at different times?
No, because
Like,
that's
No.
confusing. No, because like
you
what's
know it's
12
even more confusing. You know
what
it's
would
even more
12 p.m.
confusing.
mean?
Having to transfer between time zones is more confusing than this.
Not really. No,
No.
phones. No, because phones exist.
Yeah, phones do it
Yeah, but you
automatically.
still have to
for you.
look it up and whatever.
They still automatically change.
No, because
I guess you need to change your watch.
No. I'm talking about talking to people.
Talking to people. Yeah,
Like,
I guess
in, like,
kind of
different time
confusing, but
zones.
like if you know like the main two, which is British time and then main three, Eastern American time, British time, and then whatever the Asia time is, then
Bro.
you can
There are many
do it
Asian
pretty
time
easily.
zones. That doesn't narrow it down.
Well, like Japan time.
And also, Arsus, right? Again, to further counteract your point, all of China, I believe, is under one time zone. And
Is it actually?
I think so. I saw
Probably.
something about it. Hang on.
No, it's different. It's
No.
like free time zones.
One. Hang on.
It's
I'm
free
searching
time
this now.
zones, but it should be within 4.
Hang on. I've literally just done a Google search and I'll send you the first thing that's come up.
Robo's back in the chat. Let's go.
Yo. And also, right, say even if it is 3 time zones,
Wait.
China in total spans 5 time zones.
Yeah, they span 5 time zones. So like, yeah, it should be 5 time zones.
Hmm.
Or like
That's
at least
crazy.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, you're actually right. It might be 1 time zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy frick.
That's crazy.
That's stupid. That's like
Why is it
stupid?
Mhm.
Yeah. Wait, no, it is all 1 time zone. That's stupid.
It's unbelievable.
Holy frick.
Bruh. What's so stupid about it?
Dude, it spans over 5 time zone areas, and they only use 1 time zone throughout the entire country.
Okay, and?
You're not
If you were on
really
the left
saying
side of
there's nothing
China.
more than
Sir, if you were on the left side of China, the leftist side, it's 5 p.m. Wait, no.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Yeah. If you're on the leftmost side of China, and it's 5 p.m., and you're on the rightmost side of China, it's 5 p.m. On the left, it would be 5 p.m. Sun is like a little bit off into the sky. It's not dark out yet. On the other side, the sun would be down. Because it's not 5 p.m., it's like 9 p.m.
Okay, and? What's so hard to understand
How is
about that?
Oh my god.
Honestly,
The sun
she's
goes down at
confused me.
different times within the thing. What's so bad
Mate.
about that?
The fact that it is the sun going down at different times is precisely what makes it confusing.
Dude, you know what noon means? 12 p.m. noon? You know what that means?
Uh-huh.
You know, what does it
Yeah.
mean? What does it mean?
It means the sun is at the highest point
Yeah, it
in
means the sun is
summer.
like directly above you.
Yeah, so if
If
noon
it's-
is not at that point,
Yeah,
it loses all meaning.
if you're at the leftmost side and it's noon, the sun's above you. Or the rightmost side and it's noon, the sun is not above you. That's the issue.
Oh my gosh. Just
Oh.
understand that the sun sets at different times in
Bro.
different places, and
No.
it works.
No, because it's such
No,
a
it
giant
doesn't work.
Dude, this would be
It
like if
objectively
America
doesn't work.
This would be like if America was one big time zone. Do you know how confusing that would be? This is the equivalent of if we all use basically if we all use Central Standard Time. If every American used Central Standard Time, that would be the equivalent. Like it would be free 40 right now in Central Standard Time. When it's like when it's well, to be fair, we're only an hour different from Central Standard Time, but like it's still confusing. It's still confusing.
Eh.
Eh.
I don't
Yeah,
think y'all
yeah.
just. I don't think y'all get where I'm coming from with this.
No,
you don't.
where? How could you
No.
be coming from anywhere with this?
You are
What
not
possible
here.
point?
All you have to
You're
do in
just
your
not here.
brain and your thinking device is know that if you're further east or west, the sun will go down or up at different times than where
Arsonist,
you're
I have an
normally
argument.
at.
I have an argument.
What?
Nuh-uh.
You
No,
know what?
no,
You know
no.
what? You know 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 what?
What?
Get this.
He left. Oh my.
He's back.
Oh my god.
He's back.
Oh my
Tricky.
Podcast.
days, man.
All right,
God.
Arsis, how about you read headline topic 2? How about we move on?
Yes, read the next one.
Kioxia comes out with a 122.88 terabyte solid state drive. With AI becoming more and more popular, we need space to store it, or storage, yeah, whatever, store it. And Kioxia delivers with its LC9 SSD with 2 terabyte dies, 16 dies in a package with 32 packages, creating 122.88 terabytes. One drawback that I see is it has a 0.03
It has a point
point
0.03.
0.3 drive writes per day. I don't know, like, if that's all they can do, like, if there's a limit to how much they write on it, but I don't think it's that great.
Uh-huh.
Sustained read speed on it is about 15 gigabytes a second, though. So,
Yeah,
It has
I think
something
this
there.
is like a concept currently. Probably
it's like
isn't going to
you
be.
put stuff on it that you need to read, but not necessarily write to. So,
yeah,
like, AI.
Yeah, a data set, like AI data set.
Yeah, because AI is mostly running RAM memory, so it's
Pause. How
Yeah.
would we get the data on there, though?
Great
I
question.
don't
You
know.
don't.
How do we get the 122 terabytes on there to read it, though?
Yeah,
That's the
I
question.
don't know. I don't know.
This is gonna go.
I don't
great
even
with-
know what they mean by 3 data drive writes or whatever per day. Like, what's it mean by that?
Wait, does that mean how many? Wait, hold on. Pause. Let's read this. Let's read up on it. Sir,
Don't
that's
you
the
just love it
endurance.
when stupid?
Sir,
The endurance. What's
That's
the
the
endurance
endurance.
mean?
that's not the That's not the riding speed. That's the endurance.
What?
That
What's
means
it mean
can,
by that?
It can sustain if you. Good question. I think it means drive writes as in the entire drive, not just single writes.
Maybe.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What's it mean by this?
You could only write to the wait. This only has a terabytes write endurance of 67,000. If we just do some
What?
quick
Yeah.
math.
Quick maths incoming.
Quick maths incoming. This would only hold on. Pause, I might be stupid. I divided it by the wrong number.
Wow.
This
may
could
be
only
stupid,
write
but
to
these
the
are not
entire
dumb.
This could only rewrite the entire drive 549 times. You can
Wow.
only rewrite the 122
Well,
terabytes on this drive
That's
549
within
times.
the warranty period. That's within
Yeah.
the warranty period.
Anyways, yeah. Forget what Arson has said. This writes and reads super fast. It's actually very peak. It's not concept at all. It's peak. Cool. 122 terabyte SSD. Yeah, we were gonna talk about a was it 28 terabyte or 30 terabyte hard drive?
30
it was 20.
terabyte something.
Was it 30?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think
Something.
it was 28. We were going to talk
Probably,
about a
yeah.
28 terabyte hard drive on the last podcast, but we decided not to because did we decide not to or did we talk about it?
We decided not to because it's a scam.
Yeah, we decided not to because the price per terabyte didn't compute. It wasn't that good. So we didn't talk about it. 122 terabytes. Now we're cooking.
Wait, how much does it cost though?
Oh, probably like over 10 grand. There's no way this is like even cheaper than 10 grand.
Let's
It
see,
has
let's
to
go
be some
Kiosk,
stupid price. It's
yeah.
probably. Oh, this is only on display right now. We don't know how much it's gonna cost. Holy frick! Is a 2.5 inch form factor, dual port 2.5 inch. So it's double the thickness as a regular 2.5 inch. Oh, very peak.
LC9. Search that.
Yeah, so this is a stupidly big
One. So, it announced the development.
Okay, that's cool. So currently, this is called a U.2 drive. What U.2 is what if NVMe but on a cable. So NVMe is an NVMe drive which uses PCIe. So you take your PCIe lane. It's actually PCIe on cable, not NVMe on cable. You take your PCIe lane, you adapt it to a U.2 port, then you plug in a U.2 cable to the port to your drive, and it runs at basically PCIe Gen 5 speeds, and that's how they hit these insane 15 gigabytes per second. So
I could do with that much per second.
dude, you can install Windows in 3 seconds. You could install GTA
15 gigabytes per second.
If you had all the
You can transfer
all the files of GTA, you could probably transfer GTA from one drive to another in 4 seconds.
Moving a terabyte of data would take less than 100 seconds.
Yeah. It would take less than 100 seconds to move an entire terabyte of data. So that's how
Hold on,
Let's do
stupidly
the math
fast
on
this
this.
is.
We pull out a calculator. We go. There's 1,000 about 1,000 gigabytes in a terabyte. Divided by 15.
Actually, it's about
it takes
number.
a minute and 6 seconds.
A minute and
At
6
max
seconds.
speed, exactly 15 gigabytes per second. It will take a minute and 6 seconds to move a terabyte.
Very peak.
That's like insanely fast.
I think you would be
Like-
CPU bottlenecked at this point. I think you would actually
Probably.
be CPU bottlenecked in file transfers. That's
Unless you have
crazy.
like AMD
A-
Threadripper or something.
You would actually have to need a Threadripper to run this at like any speed. Anything close to this. Like,
Real.
holy. Yeah, this is
It's
insane.
too
So, anyways, back to U.2. U.2 drives, the biggest I've seen is 33 terabytes. That's the biggest I've ever seen a U.2. We went from like 33 terabytes to 122 terabytes. The biggest drive I've ever seen is a 100 terabyte SSD. This is a
You mean hard?
122 terabyte U.2 NVMe. Well, U.2 PCIe drive.
Okay, my question
This
is,
is-
how hard actually is it to make a huge drive? Like,
Well,
isn't it
the
just slapping a whole ton of memory modules, storage modules onto some things?
yeah, the U.2, the 100 terabyte SSD drive that I saw was in a 3.5 inch form factor, so it was in the form factor of a hard drive, not a regular SSD. So that's how it fit 100 terabytes in there. But the issue with
Mhm.
SSD is that it runs on SATA. So SATA is limited to like, it says 6 gigabytes per second. Really, in a real world, you're only hitting 500 megabytes. So you're limited to 500 megabytes of throughput. This stuff got PCIe Gen 5. You can hit 15 gigabytes per second.
Like, the whole drive, to read the whole drive would take, like, let's see, a minute times 12. No, 120. It'd take 2 hours to read the whole drive, I think.
We're nerding out about this so much. Because
Yes,
of how
I'm hardly
insane it is.
understanding a
Yes.
lot of what you're saying.
Daya. Let me
Yeah.
explain it in a few words. Big.
Explain it to me as if I'm 5 years old with no understanding of this.
You can have about 1,000 Fortnite installs and then copy them over to another drive in about 5 minutes. There you go.
Oh,
1,000 Fortnites, maybe even more, and copy it all over in 5 minutes.
but hang on a minute. How big is Fortnite?
How big is Fortnite? How big is 1,000 Fortnites?
On PC, approximately 35 gig.
35 gigs. Oh wait, we could do more than 1,000. My fault.
Oh,
We could do like 10,000.
absolutely.
10,000 probably. I'm not gonna do the math, but like, yo,
Look, I'm also seeing another thing about like being nearly 60, but I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt that.
I don't know. It has so many updates. So
Hold on. Let's do the math. 122,000 divided by 35. We could fit 3.4 thousand Fortnites on that drive.
Wow.
Almost 3.5. But yeah. And then we copy it all over in like 5 minutes. Actually, no, it would take like 100 minutes. So it would take like an hour to copy it all over. But still,
It's too good.
it's too good.
How
You
much
could-
is
actually,
it?
no, you could copy a
I want
single
to be able.
Fortniter.
I want to be able to not have to have any single.
I
I
think
want to
my
be able to
internet
not have
nearly
to buy any
died.
other drive for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Can't
You
believe
can
I'm not
copy a
even
single
playing
Fortnite
Minecraft and my
over.
internet nearly died.
You can copy a single Fortnite over in 1.5 seconds. There you go. No, 2.5 seconds. There you go. That's how fast
What I
it
would
is.
do to have those speeds?
What'd he do? You gotta sell your left kidney and your firstborn son, and there you go. How does that sound?
Easy.
Easy.
Well, A, I don't have children, and B, I don't want to sell a vital organ.
I mean, you have 2 kidneys, so like, you gotta
Yeah,
spare.
you kind of need both to cooperate
No,
and survive.
You don't understand. You gotta spare there.
Well, you see, you can cut off about half of your liver and donate that, and it'll grow back. So,
Wait, hold on. What if we just
Yeah,
sell red
kidneys are
blood
kinda different.
cells? We just donate a bunch of blood. Wait, no, we sell blood. We don't donate it. We sell it.
printer ink is worth more than blood per.
It's worth more than
ounce.
liquid gold, probably.
Yes, it actually is.
What?
Yeah, printer ink is worth more than liquid gold
No, you got me
Milli-
joking, surely.
per
It's
milliliter.
cheap. It's cheaper to buy a new printer than to buy a new printer ink cartridge.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper to just buy a brand new printer to use.
Use one of the Epstein printer. What? Wrong one. Epson. One of the Epson
Oh my
printers.
gosh.
Shut up, Epson.
Yeah,
Use one of the Epson printers.
That's what you said.
Because the Epson uses the other ink. Epson.
The what?
Epson printers, they use a different type of ink.
Is it
Eco
cheap?
Tank. The Eco Tank.
Is it-
So
Is it cheap?
it's about the same price for like 10 times, like 20 times more amount. Same price, you get like 20 times.
Oh dang.
So yeah, Epson printers, they're the way to go. Frick HP.
Holy.
They also got Shaq as their spokesperson. So that's
not big
it's good.
yes, actual Shaq. Yeah, big
Oh,
Shaq.
They have
They got
actual
Shaq
Shaq
as his
here.
as their
They have a
spokesperson.
picture. They have a picture of Shaq holding it.
They just got a picture of Big Shaq as an advertisement.
Yes.
Yeah, Shaq is literally the advertisement for their printers.
That is actually unbelievable.
It's fire. It's actually fire.
And we all know Shaq would never lie to us, right?
You all know.
He would not.
We have 2 Epson printers in my house. They're awesome. They're actually awesome.
I have.
You do have to
negative amounts
calibrate
of
them. You do have to calibrate them and keep them in good condition. But once you do that, if you are printing a bunch, you shouldn't need to calibrate it that much because from just printing, it cleans itself. So
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Just print a bunch and there you go. Because like we've had this for like probably a year now. We've only need to buy one new set and one more black ink cartridge. Not cartridge.
Okay,
ink
what's
tube.
the difference between the EcoTank EC5150 and the 515 or 5170
Don't freaking
and the
ask me, I don't
5180?
know. Don't freaking
They
ask
have
me.
the
I'm not
exact
Shaq.
same specs.
I'm not Shaq. I'm not the spokesperson.
They have the exact same specs except they're different prices.
Yeah. Anyways, shall we move on to the next topic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who has the next topic?
Minor topic. We're gonna do 4 and then we'll do 2 after that. We're going in such good order.
Which one's
Minor
4?
topic 4. EU sues Apple over false advertising, finally. Apple has promised consumers since June of 2024 that they'll have AI Siri by the iPhone 16. Well, guess what? The iPhone 16 came out in September of 2024, and it's March 2025, and it's still not out yet. So the EU, European Union, is suing Apple over false advertising for not releasing AI Siri yet. Fellas.
Which honestly, fair enough. If you promise something, you can't deliver upon it. What do you
Yeah,
expect
when you-
consequences?
You have been promising this for almost a year now, and it is not out. Like half a year, and it is not out. More than half a year. Yeah. It is still
Somewhere on the
not
line.
out.
How much you want to bet they have a not good reason for it?
Oh, very much.
20 doubloons.
20 doubloons? Bet.
20 doubloons. That's how much I want to bet. No, because it's so
20
funny whenever somebody's like, how much you want to bet, just say doubloons. Because like, yeah,
How much is a
Yeah, 'cause,
doubloon
like,
worth?
thing is, Apple-
exactly.
How much is
No one.
doubloon to one
No, so
doubloon
thing
in
is,
USD?
Apple probably wouldn't even have that great of a response, but it would have been
Oh,
engineered in such a way that it sounds reasonable until you actually deep it.
Yeah, you look at it, it's like, nah, fam, hear me out so you see.
Like,
That's
no,
what it's
you
gonna be
promised it, deliver on it.
Yeah, they
apparently
promised it's in
doubloon
June.
is a cryptocurrency. It is 0.0000089
Let's
per
go.
doubloon.
We're not going broke with this one. Chat, invest all your money in. Just kidding.
No, don't do that.
Oh my gosh.
You
Invest
lose
in
money if
all
you do that.
Dogecoin for real.
Gosh, I can't believe these things exist.
Well, it's mad funny. Anyways. Yeah, AI Siri. Funny thing, they even use AI Siri in advertising. Like they have it in actual like
Really?
ads, like as a feature, and
They
it's still not
advertised it
out.
and it just wasn't there.
Yeah, it's just not here. Like
That's a
YouTube,
little bit.
huh?
It's a little bit like a movie trailer advertising a scene, and it looks good only for that scene to not be in the movie, and the whole movie's awful.
Real. That's so real. Yeah, exactly. That's basically
Wait,
the
a
thing.
$2 Spanish coin weighs 6.766 grams of gold.
Why would you get Spanish coins
22
now?
karat
What's
gold.
happened?
22 karat gold. Let's go. Probably costs less than the Apple RAM.
Probably.
Yeah, so like you two, both of you own iPhones.
$620.
Yes,
$620 fire.
I do.
So both of you own iPhones, right? You both use iPhones.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you guys use Siri?
Nope.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Cool.
I've
Imagine
not used
if-
Siri in years.
But imagine if you could ask Siri to be like, "Hey Siri," sorry if that activates anything. You could say, "Hey Siri,
I use headphones. It's not going to anything.
go go open some app and type something," and it would do that. That's basically what they're promising with AI Siri. Like, go open my.
I'm going to need to see if that Siri works. Hey Siri. Nope.
Siri doesn't even work.
Hey Siri.
It's Java.
Wait, no, I might have Siri disabled.
Play Love 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 song.
Does it play?
I might just have Siri disabled. I'm going to see if it's the
Doing
same.
something.
It's doing something.
Oh, there it is. You want to hear?
No,
It's gonna
because
get you
copyright. No,
copyrighted.
don't put it on the mic because copyright.
Siri.
Anyways, yeah. Imagine being like, "Hey Siri,
Oh.
can you open Discord and press it and
I
press
have.
L? Send the letter L to Daya." Like, there you go. It works.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it would do
Siri.
that, but
Probably not, but like you could be like, "Hey Siri,
It'd
open
work
my
in
camera and
Apple
take a
apps.
selfie." Or like, yeah, Apple
Yeah,
apps. Like,
it-
"Hey Siri, note down I have a party at some point." Like, that's.
Yeah, it was a setting thing. I had to enable it manually.
I think Siri
So I
does
could-
do some like basic stuff, but like having complicated stuff where it's
Yeah.
actually AI powered instead of being like just a input output system, basically. That would be much better for Siri. Because like
Yeah.
we have Google Gemini on Android. Android has Google Gemini. Guess what? You'd be like, "Hey Google, open my camera and take a selfie." And it does that because it's AI powered and integrated into the phone. Apple doesn't freaking have this. And Android users have had this. Peak cinema.
hear me out. What if
What if?
we just used the
Yum.
nothing and went back to writing letters and using steam cars?
You're so right. No. Horse carriages. Now we're
Horse-drawn
cooking.
carriages.
Now
Go
we're
to the
cooking.
Violet Evergarden universe.
Guns. Handgun. Not
Yeah.
not like a pistol handgun. Nah. Your hand is a gun.
What?
Wait, like imagine though having like a what's it called?
I didn't know we were doing Wally.
Imagine though having like a prospect arm, but there's a freaking a machine gun inside of your arm. Imagine how sick
Okay,
that
but,
would
like,
be.
Would you need conceal carry in order to be able to use that? Because, like, what are they gonna do?
That's a good question. What if I had a pop out sword in my arm?
Hear me out.
Hear me out. Knife
Hear me out.
hands.
Yeah.
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 What is a sword as a hand?
Yes. Because like hear
What
me
we're
out.
talking about Wolverine style.
Yeah, no, hear me out. Prosthetic hand and there's a machine gun inside of it and a pop-out sword.
Wow.
Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. This is the stuff the military needs to invest in. This is the
Yes.
stuff I will pay my tax dollars for.
If they're trying to recruit me, they better have a suit of armor, like a big mech suit of armor for me to use.
They better have a
Like
gosh
if
dang
they have
Gundam.
that, I'm in.
They better have a
Like,
gosh
if they
dang Gundam over there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
All right, minor topic 2, sir.
Ugh. Okay, so Boston Dynamics released a video of its new all-electric Atlas robot breakdancing.
Breakdancing.
Breakdancing, yes.
Yeah.
Am I hearing you correct?
Admittedly, it's not great compared to like real people, but at the same time, it's a freaking all-electric robot doing this. So like,
Yeah. This is
pretty impressive.
This is a freaking robot breakdancing. Boston Dynamics is peak.
It is.
Tesla
I feel like
could
they're just
never-
some random engineers just being like, "Yo, this
They
would be
probably
kind of cool
are.
if we could do that."
They
and they're
probably are as
yeah.
well.
They're just messing around.
Yeah. The Tesla Optimus robot could never compete.
The Tesla robot, the Detroit Become Human android.
Yeah. No, Detroit Become Human. No, this is the step in the right way. We're gonna get Detroit Become Human before you know it.
Exactly.
Hold on. Detroit Become Human
Why does it
takes
look
place in
like that?
2030. Hold on. Detroit Become Human takes place in 2030, I believe.
Okay, but do we really
2038,
believe
I
that
think it was.
people are intellectually smart enough to actually do that? And by
Well,
that, I mean, yes,
2038.
I know people are. I know humanity has gotten to that point. But really, do we have the actual smartness to use them properly?
Probably not.
It would honestly be the exact plot of Detroit Become Human. On a T, it would be the exact plot. U.S. wants it for military, national security reasons, but the company also wants to sell it to consumers. So then we get butlers and stuff as and assistants as androids. But then there's a conflict because they get sentient and stuff. It would be the exact plot of Detroit Become Human if we actually made real androids.
The exact
It
freaking
would-
plot.
Everything. We even have an android named Marcus that starts an uprising in Detroit.
Exactly.
And there's some side story of like.
No, then we have a android named Connor trying to stop the other androids from.
And it's from CyberLife, the company behind this android system, CyberLife. There's also a woman as the president during this time, as the first.
Impossible.
The first.
Impossible.
Okay, you can't say that. Here we have the first woman president. Let's go, and there's an android named Kara trying to save a girl named Alice to the border of Canada, trying to get them to Canada.
Oh my
The yap
gosh.
ever.
The yap.
I don't understand it because there's still a good game even beyond all this.
Yeah, it's still a good game. So, actually, that
No,
brings me
because
to a point.
if the plot actually becomes real, it'd be like insane.
I do actually
I
have a
wouldn't want
question.
it to become real.
I do have
Yeah.
a philosophy question based on Detroit Become Human. If we had actual androids, like the ones in Detroit Become Human, where they act just like a human and they look just like a human, basically indistinguishable if you put a human and android next to each other, do you think we should give them human rights? That's the question.
They're not
think
causing
like a
wars and
human?
stuff,
Do they
and they're
feel
actual
like
sentient
do they
beings.
feel emotions like a human?
Yes, they do. They're sentient.
Yeah, they're sentient. They're indistinguishable.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now,
They're indistinguishable apart from the
Now,
little
are
things
they
that
more
are-
physically capable than a human?
yes,
Kind of.
because they're android.
Good point.
I don't know. You can make an argument that a human can be stronger than an android. It really
Well,
does
yeah.
depend on the android because there are different types, aren't they? Like those
Yeah,
big bodyguard ones, or there's literally an android of a child in case he wanted to have a child. I couldn't.
Adam says nah, I'd win. I agree with him.
Nah, I'd win.
Anyways, yeah, another thing is, what if? Here's another thing. What if the AI powering the android, the AGI, was actually brought from a simulation where the AGI is in a simulation where it thinks it's real and it's raised from birth to adulthood with other AGIs in a simulated space where it's like basically feel emotions, feel all that stuff, and then you take it out and put it in an android. Like it's basically an artificial soul at that point.
Basically.
Kind of.
So that yeah, if it was the artificial soul, I would say yeah, we should probably give them human rights. But if it's just an
Now,
android from Detroit Become Human, I don't think so.
hear me out. When are we getting SAO compatibility? Whatever you call it. SAO
The
hardware.
what's it
Nerve
called?
gear.
Nerve gear.
Yeah, when are we getting that?
Never because of safety concerns.
Well, the nerve gear, if it was actually good.
It would be
The
so
newer
many
version
safety
thing.
concerns. It would be so stupidly safety concerned because
Like
you have
what?
a machine that can take out your consciousness from your body and intercept it and just make you do whatever you want without leaving it. Like
Then
there's
get the newer one. Get the new one that whatever her face uses.
yeah, that one, sure.
Yeah.
Because then you can be pulled out. But like even at that, you have a machine that literally intercepts your consciousness and makes it do other things.
It doesn't make it do other things. It lets you interact with other things that aren't physical.
Yeah, well, it's such a safety concern because you're literally just taking the brain and making it do other things. You're completely disabling the body.
Womp.
Wow.
That's what you do when you sleep.
That's what you do. Anyways, shall we move
That's
on?
legitimately what happens when you sleep.
Actually, on the topic of headsets, chat, headline topic 3. Big Screen Beyond 2 is out.
Oh, God.
The Big Screen Beyond was a VR headset that came out back in 2023. It was light, amazing screens, and custom made to your face. Basically, you had to take like an iPhone and 3D scan your face and send them to it, and they would tailor make it for you. Now they've released the Big Screen Beyond 2, a VR headset that's lighter than the old one, has eye tracking, and an actual IPD adjustment so you can give this to someone else when you're done. And in the first day, they already sold more headsets than the Big Screen Beyond in the first 6 months. This is how hyped people are for this, that it sold more in the first 6 months in the first day.
Wow.
Like, that's how hyped this headset is. Yeah, so the Big Screen Beyond is just basically glasses. Not glasses, but like, it's as heavy as glasses. It's just a little thing you put on. No, Daya, you have the G502 mouse, right?
Yeah, that was
It's like 100. That's like 100-gram mouse. It would be. That's the weight of the headset. Like imagine just a mouse, but resting on your head. That's how heavy the headset is. It's that light.
Yeah, that's quite light.
Yeah, that's like really freaking light. Like a regular headset is around 300 grams to 500 grams. This is 110 grams. So this is an insanely light headset. And the issue with the old one was, like I said, it's custom made to your face. The IPD, like the spacing between your eyes and your nose, and the mask that goes on your face to make it comfortable, that's all custom made to your face. Now they actually added an IPD adjustment so you can change the distance of the screen relative to your eyes and the distance from your nose. So it's actually so now you can actually like give it to like a family member or a friend and be like, "Hey, try this on. Let me adjust it to your eyes first so you can actually see it good." And then they'd be
Yeah.
able to enjoy it as well. Cuz like this was a one person one product thing. Now it can actually be used for other people. Like that was the
That's very cool.
biggest issue. Now it's peak cuz like the screens on these as well. The screen I am nerding out about this so much. I just realized I am
No,
way
that's fair.
too
That's fair.
hype.
That's fair.
I am way too hype
Talk.
about this, and I am not even gonna buy this. The
Real.
screen is a 2560 by 2560 per eye display, and it's OLED and pancake lenses. So that means this has amazing field of view, amazing visuals, bright enough to look like you're looking at a giant TV, a giant OLED TV, but it's on your face. It's amazing. It's like the best VR headset you can make. Now, the only two issues, three issues. One, it does not have head tracking, inside out tracking. It has outside in tracking, so you need actual trackers around your room to track where your head is looking. Two, it does not come with any audio. They do sell a separate audio strap, so you have to like bring your own headphones if you want to hear stuff. Obviously, headphones are like earbuds. And three, it doesn't come with controllers, so you need to bring your own controllers as well.
Mm.
Also, the price is $1,020 for this amazing headset.
Huh?
The
That's
price
quite
is
expensive.
$1,020 for this amazing headset.
It's
comes out in June.
expensive, but I can see why it'd be that expensive.
Yeah, because this is like if I am nerding out about this and I am not even gonna buy the product, this is amazing. This is like the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know it'd be better if Steam actually dropped the frickin' Valve Index 2. That would be better. Because the Valve Index is so outdated now with all these other headsets. We need the Valve Index 2. Like Valve, what are you
Yeah.
doing? You can make easy 100 million, almost $1 billion. Easy $1 billion for you. Just drop the Index 2. There you go.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you guys got anything to say about the amazing headset?
Not too
No.
much.
Just
No,
get the
I don't know what
Meta
there
Quest
is to say. I
3.
think you covered it all quite effectively.
Yeah. I nerd out
Just
about
get the
it too
Mega
much.
Quest 3, honestly.
No, because you don't
Refurbished.
understand. MetaQuest 3, that's for chumps. That's for people without
No, because
money.
it's standalone. It has hand tracking. I don't think does it have eye tracking?
No.
No.
There's only two headsets that have eye tracking, right? Free headsets, which is the Apple Vision Pro, the PSVR 2, and this big screen. Those are like the
Why don't I
three
just-
main ones.
Why don't I just like make my own headset? Honestly.
Oh wait, for the MetaQuest Pro has eye tracking.
You know, to this
Why
day, I
don't we
still can't
just-
believe that Apple Vision Pro actually exists.
Yeah, did you know that came out over a year ago?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, it's already been over a year since that thing has came out.
It's honestly unbelievable.
Like, I was shocked when I saw, wait, this thing turned a year old already, and like no one's talking about it now. It's like dead. Legit.
Kind of glad it's dead, to be honest. Like, a phone is good enough, but imagine having a screen like that strapped to your face 24/7. You don't need that.
Well, it can't even do 24/7. It would only be able to run for
Imagine
like 2
being able
hours.
to actually do sword
Oh.
fights, actually like sword fight without
Oh, yeah.
the risk of dying.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. No, you just use like those fake plastic toy lightsabers for that.
No,
You're so
'cause
right.
That's not
You're
a real
actually so
sword
right.
fight.
It might not be
No.
a real sword, but you can still combat. Like,
No, the plastic lightsabers. You don't understand how fun those are.
they are so peak,
We have
honestly.
we have 3 of them. We have the Darth Vader one, Kylo Ren, and Anakin's.
I have a
No, 'cause
Kylo
you don't
Ren one
understand.
and a Kenobi
You would be
one.
able to kill people without consequence because it's a game
Sora Online.
and it's real. Yes.
Wait, no, not Sora Online, Gun Gale.
Yes.
Oh, ALO.
Exactly.
Right, ALO.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God.
I have like a Kylo Ren one and Luke Skywalker one, the green Luke Skywalker one.
Bro, we are
Hmm.
running
I
out
don't
of
know what it
time.
is.
We are not running out of time. We got plenty of time.
Yes,
we
we
got 40
are.
minutes.
Still
We got
like
40
about
minutes,
40
dude.
minutes. Yeah.
40 minutes to talk about like how many topics?
3 more.
Not many. Yeah,
3?
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
that's
3 more
20 minutes per
topics.
topic. No,
Yeah.
not 20. Oh,
Well,
That's
Is it
15.
1,
What is it?
2, 3. We have 4.
4. We have 4. Oh,
we should put a check mark next to the ones we
5.
have
We have
talked about.
5. 5
We
of
have
them.
5? What the heck? When did we
Yeah.
have 5?
Headline topic 4. Minor topic 5, 6, 7,
Oh,
and
right,
8.
we have 5. Right, I'm stupid. I forgot there's 2. Yeah,
Oh my
I'm stupid.
gosh.
My fault. We have 5. Yeah, that's fine.
Hmm.
Anyways, I guess we should be moving on. Dia, minor topic 6.
Which one's that again?
Games.
Games, yes, right. I don't think it's a stretch to say that the cultural impact of games literally cannot be overstated under any capacity. What it has, like, I know it's a bit ridiculous to talk about games and all that and how they influence people, but they seriously do, and you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Like,
Because, like, we're addicted
What?
to Minecraft, obviously. Yeah, every one of us here.
I've seen
Me
certain
plays it
story
once a
games
month.
turn good people literally into even better people. How does
Yeah.
that happen? And that's because the actual impact of the game is just that much. It's seriously that good.
Have you seen
Um,
the Steam review? Sorry to cut you off. Have you seen the Steam review where it's like a checkbox type Steam review? Where can I
I
find it?
haven't actually.
Mhm.
Where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. So, here, let me screenshot some of this. This is for
Where
Detroit
would I
Become
even
Human.
find it in Steam? Detroit.
It's for
You
Detroit
forget what
Become
reality
Human.
is. You're good.
So, here's the thing. There's a story thing here. It just says it'll replace your life. The story score is it'll replace your life. So that's basically yeah. That's like
Where do I
basically
find
when you
that?
get to a it'll replace your life story score, you know you're in for a good time.
Where do I find that? Does it have to be on a game that I already own?
Just like Steam reviews, and if somebody has used a template, it should like show up somewhere. Like it's not a main thing, it's just a user review that people use as a template.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Nothing to
the-
grind. There is a little bit of
I'm
grind.
trying to find where it is. I can't
Like if
find
you
it.
want to complete the game.
let me show you
So-
the one in Detroit Become Human.
No, I'm wondering where to find that kind of menu though. That's what I'm on about.
Don't know.
It may or may not be beneficial to my future hearing capacity if I turn the volume of my headphones down from like max volume or something to not max volume.
It may be beneficial.
But like, okay, so you've mentioned Detroit Become Human. That's an 18+ game, so I'm allowed to mention my favorite game of all time, right?
Yeah, you're allowed to mention it. Just don't say like any 18 plus stuff that happens in there, but you can mention the game.
All right, so Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I firmly believe it is the greatest game of all time, and it's not even like stuff that happens in it isn't even overly outlandish. But it's so unbelievably immersive and such a good storytelling. It really truly is an emotional time playing it. It's simply cannot be overstated what that game has done.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't doubt that.
You can
Everyone's-
only really know it if you play it. to be
Yeah,
honest.
everyone says it's good. The issue is I may not ever play it except if I actually I may not ever play it because it uses on PC, it uses a third-party launcher. and I just
Yeah, that
hate
sounds annoying.
I
To be
hate
fair.
third-party launchers. So
If you have a
unfortunately,
console, then it should be fine. Right?
I may not ever play it, but if Rockstar removes the Rockstar launcher requirement, then I would immediately get it. I'll immediately
Yeah.
play the game, get the game and play it. But
Mm-hmm.
it uses a third-party launcher, so like, yeah,
Yeah.
womp womp.
See, I'd play it, but nah.
Oh, wait, Zeph,
You just have
mine-
no reason.
Yeah,
you
basically.
play it, but no.
Yeah.
No. Wowzers.
Fair.
That's
See,
fire.
the thing is, in games of like Risk of Rain 2, I can just kill a whole ton of things and kill and murder and die and perish, but
He
I
just wants
can't do
a-
that in Red Dead Redemption. I want PvE.
You
I wanna
just
kill
play
everything.
versus everyone.
I want to kill the enemies.
He just
You
wants a
can.
horde of mobs attacking him and want to just gun them all down. That's what he wants.
Yes. Yes.
You very much can start a shooter, I feel like.
Well,
He just wants like a Doom types game, basically.
I swear. Okay,
No.
the funny thing about Doom.
is it? I
I've
don't
s-
think. Maybe Doom. Maybe.
I've seen memes
I haven't
about
played
like
it enough.
tutorials for stuff like other games like, oh, do this and this and this. This is how you learn stuff. With Doom, the tutorials, here's a gun, shoot everything.
Yeah, that's legitimately
Yes.
the tutorial.
That's legitimately
first-
the tutorial.
When I first played Doom Eternal, it was like, here's a gun, shoot this guy in front of you. That was the tutorial. That was it. And I picked it up. I was like, oh, this game is fire.
Yeah.
It does give you
I-
like the tips things. There are like tips and like small tutorials here and there, but overall it's just here's a gun, shoot stuff.
Yeah. No, isn't the Doom guy literally one of the most strongest characters in all of fiction?
He
No.
can crush a skull with his bare hands. So
He's not the strongest, but he's definitely freaking crazy.
I think
he's
there's
absolutely jacked.
a bit of a difference between strongest and powerful. Does that make sense?
Wait, no, you know who's probably like not the strongest, but definitely two really strong characters from just the top of my mind. Sephiroth and Raiden from Metal Gear Rising. Those two are really
That's
strong.
No,
Sephiroth,
hear me out, right?
What?
Hear me out. Where is it? Oh, I can't find it now. That's annoying.
British man fails to
All right.
search.
I'm trying to find something about the Nether in Minecraft and how hot it is and how
yeah.
Steve can survive in it, meaning he's maybe the most durable character in all of fiction.
Oh yeah, forgot. Steve can just hold like the entire Earth's weight, basically. Also,
No, but
under,
no.
30x gravity. Like, forgot about that.
No, but like what I'm trying to get at here is the absolute heat he can withstand in the Nether. Because I'm trying to search for it. I'm not finding
Crafty
it.
Masterman made a video. What's it titled? Titled Minecraft is trying to kill you. This video is so fire. You should watch this at some point. Basically, he says that a redstone block is absolutely insanely powerful and insanely radioactive.
Radioactive,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
die in
Because
meters of it.
according to Minecraft Education Edition, you can get uranium from redstone, which means redstone is radioactive.
Oh yeah.
Therefore, redstone is the most deadliest block in Minecraft because redstone has an infinite power source and is powerful enough to push like to give the power of 50 to 50 pistons, pushing like an infinite amount of pistons basically, pushing 12 netherite blocks each. If you do any sort of math, you're like, wait, the power needed to do this is absolutely insane. This thing is like super
Yeah.
powerful. This thing is basically has the power, so much power. It would, if it existed in real life, it would probably implode in a black hole if it existed in real life
my
from how much
God.
power it is.
Wow.
It would legitimately
in a nuclear
implode
bomb.
into a black hole. No, it would implode into a black hole if it even existed here for half a second.
That's the point.
It would. You couldn't contain it. Yeah, so it's
Nah, I
fire.
win.
So now Steve can just hold like 40,000 blocks of that in his inventory. So like that's cool.
He's too goated.
He's too goated.
Okay, right. So I can't find it anywhere. I'm just gonna tell you like what I remember about the whole Steve and the Nether thing. Right. So the Nether, yes,
Yeah.
it's basically the underworld. Let's just say. Right.
Yeah.
It's obviously gonna be hot. All that. There's lava. There's fire all around. However, it is sealed off from the overworld, right? And we don't know how long it has been sealed off. Meaning, a lot of smoke has accumulated, and that heat, like from the fire, has nowhere to go. It stays there. It cannot break out of anywhere, right? So a human entering that is not going to survive, not at all. Never mind in short sleeves and jeans and whatnot. Just picture for a minute, right? Have you ever, let's say you open a portal to the Nether, right? Stuff can pass through and through it. Imagine standing in front of an oven as you're opening it. You feel a great waft of heat coming towards you, right?
Yeah.
Imagine that times about 10 billion. You would
Deleted.
die immediately. What?
Now here's the question.
Deleted.
Deleted. Here's the question.
Hmm?
If you open a portal and anything can pass through, wouldn't it just like cook the overworld like in a few minutes?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So,
Yeah.
right, it's hot enough to melt the skin off your flesh and your eyes and everything. The blood will boil. Am I getting into too much detail here? I'm saying you would die a very awful death.
You just die. You would just get deleted.
You would get eviscerated in an instant, probably quicker than a nuclear bomb. And also,
pause. To give that a comparison, a nuclear bomb when it goes off is hotter than the core of the sun. To give that into comparison,
but
a nuclear bomb
core?
is. That's cool. That's cool.
Damn.
Yeah, it probably is.
Wait,
right?
what made the Nether so hot, anyways?
The fact that all the heat and the smoke in there has nowhere to go. So also, if you had all the equipment to be able to survive in the Nether, you'd suffocate. You could not breathe. You'd be inhaling constant carbon dioxide and other stuff as well. And also, right, you need some golden boots to like be able to traverse around and not get attacked by piglins or whatever, or golden anything. That gold would melt instantly.
I think diamond would melt, honestly.
Probably,
Then why is the rock? What is netherrack made out of then?
I don't know.
What is netherrack made out of, and why can I mine it with a wooden pickaxe?
Exactly.
You can break it quite easily.
Wait, no, I can mine it with my fist. Wait, pause. If I can mine it with my fist, how strong is Steve actually? Hold up.
Yeah, this goes all back to Steve. How durable is he?
Holy frick.
Okay, so if you place a piece of netherrack in the overworld, theoretically speaking, it should be even harder to break.
Yeah, because it's so cold down. Wait.
Unless it becomes more brittle.
Oh, yeah, there's a chance it could become brittle, but also it's... yeah, you are right. It could become brittle like obsidian in real life. Obsidian's very brittle. So
why is it the hardest thing to break in Minecraft then?
Because obsidian. I mean, have you ever broken a cubic meter of obsidian before?
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
Have
But
you
then
ever
there's
picked
also-
up a cubic meter of diamonds before?
Have you ever picked up a cubic meter of Neverite?
Nope.
Have you ever picked up a cubic meter carrying around a thousand something cubic meters of Neverite?
Oh my
Fire,
gosh.
fire. He
Yeah,
absolutely.
no. So I found a video of this like a little while ago. Not a little while ago, 9th of March, whatever. But it shows in that video that the Nether is about 262 billion degrees Celsius.
That's
Which
fire.
in
That's literally fire.
Yeah.
Literally fire.
Is that because it vaporizes water, a cubic meter of water instantly?
yeah, that along with other things. It vaporizes water immediately. A cubic meter of it. How can something be that hot, Anne? 262 0 and that's
What?
actually another 2.
Oh, that's a lot.
I think that's
zeros.
262.2 billion, which
Okay.
is 471 billion 960 million 32.
That's fire. Literally fire.
That
I can't even.
Yeah.
How do I even describe?
you don't. That's not fire at
don't.
that point. That is death.
That's plasma. No, because
Mhm.
wait, wouldn't all the smoke in the Never just make everything plasma? Am I crazy?
I don't know. I don't know if smoke
Yeah, you're
could
crazy.
even like exist
Because
at that kind of heat.
Here's
Nothing
the
can
thing.
exist.
Pat, we have 20 minutes for 4 topics.
Yeah, we can knock
Wowzers.
that out fairly easy.
Anyways, let me
Yeah,
just
that's
yap for
fine.
one more moment.
Yeah.
There is 4 states of matter. There's solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. If the
Yeah.
gas, basically, if one gets so hot, it changes into the next matter. If we're saying the Never is so hot it can cook Steve in a fraction of a second, a fraction of a second,
Not even
wouldn't the
that,
Never
mate.
just dissolve into plasma at that point?
In
Like,
theory, maybe
would
it
it-
should just turn into a star.
Yeah, it should just turn
All
into a
that
star.
heat. Would it just collapse into something?
Yeah. I would
Nothing
believe
can
it would.
No, why would it? Why would it
exist.
collapse though? I guess
It
'cause
wouldn't
gravity and all that, and
It
would
wouldn't
all be
collapse,
liquidy.
but it would become a star and then probably burn out and become a dwarf.
A white dwarf
So-
star and then burn even hotter and brighter for trillions of years to come.
Imagine. Just go for the Never portal and it's a freaking star. Imagine.
Yeah, you go to the nether portal and it's just a white dwarf star.
That would be
All
crazy.
right.
Cool. So should we move on to hating on Discord?
Probably.
Yes, I'm happy
Yeah.
to do that.
Yes.
All right, minor
While
top
in a
5,
Discord
Okay, so-
chat.
Discord mobile is getting ads. Yeah.
apparently.
In June this year, Discord is going to add video quests to its mobile app after adding them to PC and console last year. These quests will allow you to watch third-party promotional ads videos for rewards.
Amazing. Very
So,
peak.
like,
So quests have already been out for a
Ads.
while. It's actually hard to trick it because you need Discord. I've done a quest before. I've done the Sonic quest because I'm a Sonic simp. But the quest was to watch the Sonic free trailer and you unlock a avatar decoration for 2 weeks. It's actually hard to trick it. You like basically can't. You have to have the quest page open and be watching the ad and be focused on Discord. You can't unfocus and go to another window. You have to be focused on Discord during the
just
ad.
use your phone.
Yeah, on phone, I would assume it'd be easier because you just
No, just do
hit play on
something
the ad
else.
and just take your phone out, play the ad, and then just put your phone to the side and do something on your computer while you're waiting for that.
Exactly.
Like, I believe it would be
Exactly.
very simple to do on mobile to get around that.
Let's also talk about mobile changing, like randomly for no reason, changing the mobile UI and how it works. because it used to be kind of similar to well, it used to be quite similar to PC, but like kind of narrowed down smaller. But then they just changed it for no reason to work differently. It was awful. I hated it at the time.
I actually don't
I've
know.
never
I have-
used the early UI.
Yeah, I have
You
no
know-
opinion on this because I've
Okay,
never
so
used the old UI.
you know how like PC is right now, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Imagine that, but just on mobile. Like basically almost 1-to-1, nothing different. It
Chat.
was
I mean,
better. It was cleaner. It
It would be
worked. It was
this.
efficient.
Are you on God saying it would be this? Just mobile. Just on this but on a phone, what I sent to the podcast chat.
Close. It was close. You still had to like swipe and stuff to get the channels to be viewed, but overall, it was still basically the same. You had to swipe either way. Like you swipe left to get the members list, swipe right to get the servers list or DMs, all that. It was simple. It was effective. It worked.
can't I
But
then they
technically
changed-
opt back into the old one?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can, but it was so annoying at the time. Genuinely.
Wowzers. Sounds like a great
Wowzers indeed.
experience. Amazing experience,
Right.
honestly. Anyways,
Not
yeah,
sure to
hating
say
on
more about
Discord.
that, but-
Ads. Nobody likes quests. Nobody does quests. Except Sonic
Exactly.
Quest. Sonic Quest was hype. Anyways, yeah, I guess let's move on to the last headline topic.
That's a headline topic.
Headline topic 4. It's Dias.
Oh, mine.
Yes, some music.
Was that a headline topic?
That is a headline topic. Unless you want to change it to something else.
It was a headline topic. Yes. Right. So
So,
music. We all know and love it, right?
uh-huh.
How did it
Yeah,
become?
I'm listening to it right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like we can listen to music while doing literally anything. How did it become such an huge, universally understood and loved thing? It has been around for all of human history, all nearly 100,000 years of it, hasn't it?
Uh-huh.
How has it stuck around so long?
Because
Like-
guess what? Have you ever caught
Hmm?
yourself just being like just tapping your like desk or something just like in a rhythm? Have you ever like caught
know.
yourself doing that? That's why.
I
That's
have.
why. That's the only reason.
It-
Because rhythm.
Cause
It's
brain
so
waves go burr.
Unbelievably wide. Like,
Brave waves go
what?
burr.
yeah, pretty much.
Well,
That's
Everything
amazing.
about it. Like, there's so many genres. It's so wide in what it is. It's unbelievable. Seriously.
Uh-huh.
Like, something.
Now hear me
Yeah.
out.
That's,
Now hear me out.
Hmm.
J-pop. Japanese
we're not hearing you out on that one.
music.
not hearing
Now
about
we're
that.
That's
cooking,
what I'm
chat.
listening to.
J-pop.
That's what I'm listening
Now
to. Oh
my Spotify is
gosh.
currently open with a podcast. It's not open to J-pop right now.
How do you see what genre a certain song is on Spotify?
You don't.
Oh,
I don't know.
You just know?
actually.
That's like another
probably just
thing.
know.
How do you tell what a genre is? You just know by hearing it. Whereas
Yeah, you
we're
just know.
we are that used to music as a whole. We just know it when we hear it. Like,
I mean, to be
Gosh.
fair, it's somewhat like color, if you think about it. Like,
yeah,
you know what a color is because you've been told what the color is sometime at some point in your life.
it's
you know-
around us as much as color is.
Yeah, like that's why we know genres is because we just are told, hey, color. This color is this is the name for this color. So then this is the
Mhm.
name for this genre, and then we're like, oh, this genre plus this genre equals this one. So like that's how it works. I assume.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Imagine,
something like color. I saw a video on color actually. What would happen if you grew up and you were told your entire life that the color red was actually like green. The color red is actually green, but
I
it's
thought I
still the
predicted you were
color
going to
red.
say green before you said it.
It's still the color red, but like you're told the name of it is green. You grew up your entire life, like let's say you're 18, you go to college, and then they're like, that's color red. And you're like, what are you talking about? That's green. And they're like, what's this then? And you're like, what are you talking about? That's red. Like,
Mhm.
what happens then? Your
You
brain
kind of
just is
realize your
so
entire life has
cooked.
been a lie.
Your brain is so cooked if you think this color is this color, but when in reality it's not. Anyways, that's
Yeah,
some
that
random
has to
yapping.
mess with your head so much.
That's some random yapping I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo. It's very peak, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, music.
But also, like, back on genres of music as well, how do they invoke so much emotion in just a few minutes? Like, it's an actual roller coaster and go up and down and all that. It's, I don't, yeah,
I got a song for you. It's piano.
piano.
Yeah.
You can have a song in piano and violin and guitar or anything like that. There's so many
There's
things you can
this.
do to create random sounds that jumble together to create music as a whole.
If you want to open that song and skip to about 118 to the drop, it's
118.
actually cinema.
Cinema for a song.
Yes, it's absolute cinema.
Oddly enough, 118?
Yeah, 118. Like
It shows
117.
116 most replayed.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I'll see it.
Uh-huh.
We love it when banning a bot on Twitch.
There's a bot on Twitch. Oh.
I already
fire.
dealt with it.
At least there's no on-screen chat.
It is good.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. It's like
Like,
cinema.
it's
Anyways.
so weird.
Like
We
piano.
Next topic.
We take one specific sound,
Or
and
not.
it's like, to us, as a sound, it's just a sound. But you
Yeah,
put them all
it's
together. At what point does it become music?
I guess when there's like
Maybe-
a rhythm to it, like a beat.
True, you know.
I mean, there was a guy on I can't remember the show. It's like one of the a Friends type show. You know, Friends the
Yeah.
show. It's like one of those type shows,
I-
like a reality TV, whatever it's called.
I know of it. I've never actually watched it.
But it's one of those shows where an actor was whistling a bunch, and then he was
Yeah.
told by the crew, "Hey, because those are like not actual songs you're whistling, you could go to the royalty guys and get your song copyrighted and royalty, and then they'll pay you for it." So he did that, and then he took his money from the payouts from getting them royaltied and threw after parties for the show for all the crew
Wow.
members. So he would literally whistle a bunch more on the episodes because he got paid more for how much he whistled, because he could get more royalty songs.
That's great.
Gosh.
It's fire. Anyways, yeah, we should move on to the next topic. Very peak music. Music, very peak. Minor topic
Best
7.
music of all mankind.
The video be
God.
selling some spicy burritos.
Spicy burritos.
The video at GTC in San Jose, California, opened a food truck. But instead of food, they're selling the only existing RTX 5080s and 5090s. Yeah. So in the video, at their like press conference thing, whatever it was, where they announced more AI stuff, they had a food truck out in the open area, but they weren't selling food. They were just selling RTX 5080 and 5090s. Now the funny thing with this, you can't buy a RTX 5080 or 5090 because they basically don't exist online. You can't go to Newegg or Amazon and buy these cards because they're out of stock everywhere and not being produced enough. So the video is like, well, what if we just sell them at a food truck at a physical place? It's so funny. It's actually so funny that they're like, oh, yes, let's sell some spicy burritos. Oh, also, prices. The 5080 is
$1,000 and
$1,000.
$2,000.
Yeah, the 5080 is $1,000. The 5090 is $2,000. So we'd be buying a $2,000 burrito with this one chat.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
That's one expensive burrito.
I love a burrito with 32 gigabytes of VRAM and something tops of AI and absolutely amazing, thick, and 600 watts of power and display port UHBR 80, all that stuff. I love it. Very peak. Yeah, so that's funny. That's just funny.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to do minor topic 8? Because like it's very fast. That was a very fast topic. Not really too much to talk about in the video there.
Okay, so Amazon is removing the ability to not send your voice recordings to their servers.
Uh-huh.
On March 28th, Amazon will remove support for the do not send voice recordings to the cloud setting from Alexa Echo devices, and it will instead be do not save voice recordings on the cloud.
Yeah.
Basically, what this means is no matter what you do, it's sending the voice recordings that Amazon device takes to the servers for them to analyze it.
Yeah, so I
probably for training their AI, but also like
yeah, they are going to be using it for training AI. So basically, they're going to be taking all these voice recordings. They'll be taking them over to Amazon HQ, so Jeff Bezos himself can train them on his fancy AI. That will then appear as Alexa AI. And the reason for this is because you kind of have to send voice recordings to their servers if you want it to be AI powered. So,
or you can just have on-device AI.
Not really, because like you're gonna run an AI on a little voice assistant in your house. Like,
I mean, it's full of nothing, isn't it?
Well, I have no idea what the Alexa computer is. It's probably, well, mine. I have an Alexa. We have a bunch of Alexas around the house. We use them for mostly playing music. The Alexas we have are like back from like 2018, like when they first came out. Basically, these are like the first generation Alexas, is what we have. So, no, these things are so first generation that if you say Alexa, Simon Says Alexa, it'll reactivate itself. That's how absolutely first generation these are. Is that it has no, it does that stuff. So, anyways, they probably can't run the AI models on the device. So that's probably why they do this setting, because like you kind of need to send the voice recordings to the cloud so you can get a response. It's like
Good point,
Google
but the question
Gemini.
is, does it actually need to be AI powered?
Alexa is super stupid. If I'm like, what's the circumference of the Earth? It'll be like, according to a Alexa trivia question, the circumference of the Earth is exactly blah 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 blah. Like, I don't want to know this stuff. Just tell me the gosh dang answer. Like how it is, it's super stupid.
Well, it's stating its source, where it got that information from, and then the information you requested.
Because every information is like, according to an Alexa trivia question by this guy, the circumference of the Earth is. Like, I don't want to know that answer. I don't want to know that stuff. Just tell me the circumference of the Earth. You can find it on a Google search.
Yeah.
Not a freaking Alexa trivia question. So, yeah.
I don't know. Like Siri or Google just says they got it from insert Apple or Google approved source here,
I mean,
and
like,
then answer.
Arsonist, you have Google Home Assistant like around your house, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, like I believe those things are powered by
They're kind
Gemini,
of
right?
stupid. I don't know.
Those don't have doesn't those have Gemini on them though?
No.
They
No.
don't. I would assume you
No.
could just like activate Gemini though.
You might be able to. I don't know.
Yeah, like Android phones, they have Gemini. Like you have an AI assistant on your phone if you think about it.
Okay, but like hear me out.
Oh.
The Googles are stupid. Like they are actually the
Yeah, Gemini is
stupidest
really
thing.
bad. Gemini is actually
No,
really stupid.
not even the AI, not even the AI. The Google assistants are like
They're killing
the
Google Assistant,
stupidest
actually.
thing ever.
They're
What?
killing Google Assistant and they're just fully replacing it with Gemini. Yeah.
Like the Google Homes?
No. So Google Assistant is not the actual
I'm not
Google
talking
Homes.
about AI. I'm talking about the actual like assistant things.
Yeah, so Google Assistant is a app type thing. It's a Google Assistant. You basically like, hey Google, do this. They are replacing the Hey Google thing with Gemini. It's still Hey Google, do this, but it's powered by Gemini instead of Google Assistant. So they're
Bro.
killing off Google Assistant and fully replacing it with Gemini. So that's what they're doing. So yeah,
Google Nest Mini is what I have.
yeah. Enjoy having Gemini around your house, spying on you. Definitely for real.
That is a huge help around the house. Ah, yes.
Yes.
Play your go-to music. Oh, yes. I want to play insert song name here. It plays the freaking live or remix version.
No, that's
instead of the
happened so many
original.
times when I tell Alexa to play a song. It's like, nah, here's an
Yes.
entirely different song, or like here's the
Meanwhile,
remix.
Siri is just like, oh, yep.
It's so stupid. No, you know what works really well though? What works
Yeah.
really well is YouTube search. YouTube voice search. YouTube voice search actually
No clue
works
what
really
that
well.
is.
I've used that on a phone. It works really freaking well. Like I'll say I'll search for something. I'll be like let's say My Way Karaoke, like legitimately the thing I did. I said My Way Karaoke into the YouTube search, voice search, and then it automatically plays the karaoke, the video I want. Like it knows.
Bro, why is it assuming that I have playlists? I have no playlists that I make because I don't know how. I've never done
Real.
it.
Real.
I will
Anyways,
say, if you have smart lights or whatever, you can connect it to your Google and you can use your Google to change lights.
yeah. Did you know you can also do that on Alexa? So
Privacy. What about their privacy?
You know, I remember once having an Alexa, and every time I asked it to do something, it would do literally anything else other than what I wanted to do. No matter how
Exactly.
many times I repeated the instruction in the most clearest voice I could possibly do, it would not do the one thing I wanted it to do.
exactly.
Also, half the time.
So now
like,
hear me
more
out.
than
What if
half
it
the
was
time,
AI
if I'm-
powered? Now we're cooking.
Half
AI
the time, I'm
powered.
trying to tell it to play a song by insert song author name here, and it I'd say it exactly how it should pronounce it,
Nah, fam, you
and
gotta
it plays
spell it out.
a completely different song.
You gotta spell it out for real.
That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do to get it to play a certain song. Sometimes I have to spell the freaking name out.
I want to play Ano Bando by Kisuko Band.
Like you know, Love 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 song.
Uh-huh.
I have to say play Love 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 song by Fenris in order for it to actually play it.
Sobs.
Exactly.
Get this Apple stuff out of here.
And I have the meme on my phone from a long time ago. It's about
How about
like,
we just go back to
that's-
living inside of cabins in the middle of the woods?
yes,
Real.
I would like to do that.
No, because would it be so fire to just like forget everything, just go live in a cabin on like a lake, like
Yeah,
now we're cooking. Forget absolutely
Mm.
everything. Just go live in a cabin on a lake and just read books all day. Just acquire
exactly.
info.
Just
Real.
become the biggest wealth of knowledge and wisdom that anyone has ever seen, and everyone's just gonna be
Uh-huh.
like, "Huh?
Ho. Invent your
Huh?"
new no, get so bored you invent your new language.
Exactly.
Now we're cooking. Fellas, we've hit the 2 hour mark. Wowzers.
2 hours? No way.
Wowzers.
No ways.
We made
Should we
it
keep
exactly on time.
wowzers? Should we keep yapping for just a moment more?
I
Sure,
mean,
why
we
not?
could, but then it wouldn't be a nice 2-0.
Dude, we're already gonna be over 2-0.
Oh.
Mhm.
We're gonna yap for a minute more. Fellas, guess what? So
Mhm.
I got into photography. Not a good
Ooh,
hobby.
photography.
So, first off, I should preference. Don't, unless you make good money, don't get into photography as a hobby. Just don't. It's so expensive. Everything is expensive. Don't get into photography if you don't make good money. Anyways, yeah, I've got into photography. I have consumed so much knowledge of cameras. I'm like, this is so simple. This is actually like so simple. Like a beginner using a camera may not know all of these. I could probably explain it to them in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes. And like anyone could understand a camera. Like I could
Yeah.
explain it right now. Right
The
now.
camera works like nearly the same as an eye, doesn't it?
I'm saying the settings in the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, a camera somewhat works how an eye works.
No, because
No,
eyes are
my fault.
constant.
My fault,
It's like
biology expert.
constantly
I found the
updating.
meme, I found the meme, I found the meme. I'm gonna share it in
You
podcast
found the
chat.
meme.
It's about
Also,
Amazon
the
Alexa.
concept is very different, I think. Being useful, failing the easiest test questions imaginable. Amazon Alexa. Oh my god.
What's 5 plus 5?
23.
No, what's 9 plus 10?
18.
It's 21. I got it right.
Oh
Exactly.
my gosh.
I'm too smart.
He's too
Wait,
smart.
how?
How?
Arsenal, you're seriously not telling me you don't understand. Come on.
I don't.
You haven't seen the gosh saying 21 meme?
You
No.
can't be serious. You actually
I'm
don't
not
understand.
chronically online, okay?
Nuh-uh.
You don't have to be chronically online to know this.
Eh,
Mate, it was literally the most
Mate.
common thing on the internet for years, a long
Y'all are
time ago.
mean.
Sir,
Huh?
What?
what? Go watch the video in podcast chat.
Oh my gosh. Restricted. Get wrecked.
Get out! Anyways,
I have an excuse.
No, you cannot have an excuse for not knowing this.
I have a good reason then.
Alright,
what's your good reason?
what is your good reason?
It's
my good sir?
restricted.
Fair enough.
What do you mean it's restricted?
His Wi-Fi is all like goofy and has filters on it. So some YouTube videos you can't see, but some videos you can see. Even though like
Oh,
it shouldn't be restricted, nothing bad happens. It is restricted because frick you.
it just detects
Because
a random
it's
thing.
because
every
it
time
said
stuff
one
happens.
thing that was considered slightly offensive 50 years ago.
Oh yeah, because it says you're stupid.
Yeah.
Real. Such good internet filters. Anyways, yeah,
Because we no, it's not the internet provider, it's my dad.
it's his dad.
Because it's definitely not okay to insult this person with calling them stupid, but it's totally definitely okay to like
Um,
literally destroy their brain by feeding them nonsense.
no, we block this, but we won't block anything on Twitter.
Oh dear.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Twitter has become an absolute joke in recent times, hasn't it?
Is
Somewhat.
Twitter even real?
No, it's not.
The heck did you do?
What did I
Oh,
do?
you added a singular thing. You added entire page got added.
Oh. Oh,
That's mad funny.
I figured out the margins thing.
Oh my god. Could you perchance not? Anyway, should I
Anyways.
know about cameras more? Yes, I am going to. So, fellas,
Yeah, go on.
I have the Canon EOS M200 with EF 255 to 250 millimeter lens. So, basically, cameras, right? Cameras, they got sensors. Sensors. This camera got a
Oh, wait, they
24
censor stuff?
This camera got a 24 megapixel camera. Basically, phone cameras absolute lie in their megapixels. You see cameras like a Samsung S24 Ultra or like Samsung S25 Ultra. It's got like a 200 megapixel telephoto camera, like a 200 megapixel main camera. That 200 megapixels means absolutely nothing except being able to crop zoom in. Because what megapixel means is how many million pixels are in an image. So, a phone camera with a 200 megapixel image with 200 megapixel sensor is not going to give you a 200 megapixel photo, 200 million pixel photo. It's going to give you a 4K photo. It's going to resize it back to 4K. So, sensors in phones, absolute biggest lie ever. It means nothing. Actually, nothing. We all make fun of Apple only having a 24 megapixel sensor. 24 megapixels is 6K. It's 6K. So, we all make fun of Apple. Actually, they're smart and they know megapixels is just a branding thing for these bigger phones, for these newer phones. That's all it means.
Can I say something on the topic of Apple real quick?
Uh-huh.
There's a reason I prefer using an Apple phone. That's because I do not want my weather app to make and manage phone calls for me.
What? What?
Surely you cannot. Alright, I'm going to search me.
He's going to search. I'll send a picture. Is this a picture? No, it's a different.
I'd rather get an Android because it's like 20 times cheaper.
Legitimately this.
Allow Lever to make and manage phone calls. Yes. Fire.
Yes. I would like my
Wow.
weather app to call my boss and
1,000,000%.
tell him that I can't drive there because it's too snowy.
Exactly. Now we're cooking. Yeah, so fellas,
My goals
This
are beyond your
image-
understanding.
this image that I posted of this cat. This is a
Wait, I have
This is a 6K photo.
a much
6,000
better
pixels
image.
across.
I have a
and
much
4,000
much
pixels
better image of cat.
Okay. I would like to see a much better image of cat.
You get cat.
Is that Smudge? Is that our Lord and
It is
Savior?
Smudge.
The Lord
It
and
is our
Savior
Lord and Savior Smudge.
Let's go.
Actually,
Let's
there's another
go.
thing I have.
Oh, he has another thing. Please spell words so
I didn't
that
even see the
everyone
caption sending that.
Autocorrect can help. Real.
I meant it to just be the cat with the loading bar. I didn't even see the caption.
Fire. Makes it better.
Mm.
Yeah, so megapixels are absolute scam in phone cameras. It means actually nothing. So yeah,
Well,
Mike.
all it does is lets you zoom in.
Yeah, it lets you zoom in. I get it for like a 200 megapixel telephoto
cat.
camera, because then you can zoom in a lot and still retain detail. But it's still a scam. Yeah, so I have the Canon EOS M200, and then I have a EOS EF lens mount to EFM camera mount adapter. So then I have EF 55 to 250 millimeter lens to go on it. This lens is the equivalent of like a 27x zoom from 15 millimeters. So from 15 millimeters, it's the equivalent of 27 times zoom. And this lens takes some of the greatest photos because the amount of background blur, the bokeh in these images. Bokeh is such a stupid word.
Yeah.
I sent how it's spelled, the word, in the
What
chat.
is that?
That says
I don't know.
that spells bokeh.
No.
Bokeh. That's bokeh.
That's quite a
No.
weird word.
Yeah, it's bokeh.
I don't like
Basically,
it.
the bokeh is the word for the background blur, like in that cat image I sent. You can see all the background blur. That's the bokeh. That's a really nice bokeh that makes the cat all in focus, and then all the other things is blurred. Yeah. So the lens makes an amazing bokeh. Anyways, that's me nerding out about me yapping about cameras. I'm not actually gonna explain how the settings work. I explained it to Arsonist. It's quite simple, really.
Quite simple,
It's
really.
simple, really.
You see shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. There you go. Set shutter speed to 50 to 200. Set aperture to lower number means more background blur. Higher number means less black background blur. ISO means how light intensity it is, and higher number means more grain but higher light intensity. There you go. That's all you need to know.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah, anyways, I think we're gonna end the podcast here. We're 11 minutes over, but really there is actually like no time. It's like not a true time. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna end the podcast here. Thank you, British Mandaya, for joining us for this episode, the
You're
British
very
episode.
welcome.
Shout out to Booney for still don't know how to pronounce it. Booney for making a new profile picture for me. I'll change it on Twitch after this when I'm done with this. And yeah, there you go. Goodbye.